happy new month. Guys, happy new month. Compliments of the season. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to Jennifer Talks. I know that most of you be wondering what she's wearing on her head. If you know what is beneath the scarf, if you know what is, I don't know. I don't know if you can hear me clearly, but this particular video is actually long overdue. That is why I'm going to be giving my baby his food while we just guys, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, happy new month, happy festive season, happy holidays, compliments of the season, anyone you want to take. So this is just a mini life update about what has been going on in my life, because as you all know, if you're an OG and you're following my channel, you know that it's been long I posted a video. So it's just a life update telling you all what basically has been happening and all of that. So guys, this past month has actually been a very depressing month for me. Like I was totally burnt out last month. I was totally down, traumatized. I was depressed. I don't know. I don't know. Like, don't come for me and say, "Oh, you guys like to use the word depressed a lot without even actually knowing the meaning of depressed." But that's what I would just say. I was kind of depressed. I didn't know my left from my right. I'm saying this happened like beginning of November. I wasn't feeling myself. I was not just, I was not just okay. And I felt like, oh, like I'm burnt out. Reasons being, the reasons why I would say I was burnt out would be marriage. Number one, marriage is actually very, 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 very exhausting, if I should say so. I don't know, exhausting in the sense that you're, trying to accommodate this other person for the rest of your life, making mistakes in the same space and correcting those mistakes in that same space. That's you'll be hearing more of Andre's voice because it's going to be a part of this video. So making mistake in the same space, correcting those mistakes in the same space, and just learning life together is actually very, very, very exhausting. And another thing aside marriage would be having a child. See, don't get me wrong, I love my baby so much. I love my child so much because he makes me feel like I have a purpose in life. But having a child, it's very, 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 very tiring. It's actually very, 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 how will I put it? See, let me give you instances. So because I have a baby, I cannot go to places I would actually love to go to. I cannot do things I would actually love to do. Most times your friends are outside, having fun, chilling. You can't go to those kind of places. You can't go out with your friends. Your friends will actually fix functions, but they don't know how to fit you in because you have a baby. And not just having a baby, you have a baby without having a help. You know how it is trying to find help for your baby. The person has to be trustworthy. You don't know who you're handing your baby over to. So that can be very, very, very risky when you're trying to find help for your baby, or a nanny, so to say, for your baby. So that has been part of the reasons in fact, I totally shut down last month. Being November, I shut down completely. I was like, yo, I cannot. What is all this? I cannot do this. Like, I even it even made me to actually, like, everything was just annoying me. Everything was beginning to make me so angry, so frustrated, irritated. I was just, in fact, I did not know where my anger was coming from. I did not know what to do. I was just totally, I blacked out. I just wanted to be on my own. I was just depressed. I felt like, oh, like I wasn't feeling good enough for myself or for anyone around me. It was a whole lot to deal with. Even this whole thing that people talk about postpartum depression is real, guys. Especially when it becomes worse, when you don't have all the support you would need to go through this phase. It's very, very easy for you when you have loved ones, even when you have loved ones that will always be there to support you whenever you need them. You might fall in once and come out, but when you don't have any help, when you don't have anybody to support you, when your support system is not strong, that might be a very risky one for you. But I'm so happy, I'm so grateful, because at the point where I was like, this is it, like I cannot anymore. God just reminded me that He's always there for me. God reminded me that, see, you have to keep pushing. That this is my plan for you. God did not leave me. Is like He reminded me of His promises that He said in His word. Like, I was like, what I was just saying in my head, what are the odds that at this particular point where I feel so let down, where I feel so burnt out, where I feel so depressed, traumatized, at all of a sudden, God just shows up from nowhere. Now I'm going to give you a story. So I'm this kind of person that I always want to do something. I don't want to rely on anybody for anything. I even want to be the one to be giving you the stuff. I want to be in a position where I will give out. So I don't want to always be the receiver. So prior to this whole Andre and everything, to Andre coming into the world, prior to me giving birth, I was serving, I was working, I've been working all my life, but when I got pregnant, I couldn't work anymore because my work is a very, very sensitive kind of work, and it can be very irritating sometimes. So pregnancy and that my work, they don't go hand in hand. Like, to work in the laboratory with stools, sputum, urine, and you're pregnant, you'll be so irritated, you feel like vomiting on some days. I actually worked till I was like 4 months, but I saw that it wasn't something I could do in my pregnancy, because when you're pregnant, hormones, you're having so many things are going on in your body, and I was so irritated at the time with the job, so I stopped working. So I gave birth and I stayed like, I think, 8 or 9 months. Those months became the most horrible. Will you carry? Will you carry? I should finish. I should finish. Will you feed it? Yeah, feed me. Boom. Papa. So those months became the most horrible times for me. And don't get me wrong, it's not like my husband wasn't providing or giving me money. But I always wanted to also have something to give. I didn't want to always receive. When you're at the position where you're always receiving, it becomes so tiring, it becomes so annoying, it becomes so frustrating. And that was the point I was at, and I did not just want to have it anymore. I was depressed, like I said earlier. So tell me how all of a sudden I've been applying for jobs, applying, going for interviews. All of a sudden, at my lowest point, God just blesses me with a job. So I'm telling you, this pregnancy, marriage, and all of that stuff can be very, very traumatizing. But I feel like with the right support system, with the best support system, you can push through. Having a baby is not easy. Like, I've already made up my mind down. I was even saying I wasn't going to give birth to a baby, to any other child, because I was traumatized. I was frustrated. So it can be really, really traumatizing. Guys, fun fact. Do you know that I can be in the bathroom bathing in my bath? That's out of the few minutes I have to myself. And because of the way I already have Andre's voice in my head, as if it's programmed in my head, I'll run out with ladder all over my body from the bathroom, thinking I heard him cry. And when I go to where he is, he's still sleeping. Like, on so many occasions, I can't even count. It's so traumatizing, so annoying. But anywho, with God by my side, I know that I'm going to scale through this phase of my life. It's not going to be easy, I know, but I know that I'm going to scale through. And I thank God for my family, I thank God for my friends.
It's beginning to